Deck. Diamond Entertainment Corporation. Because back then you actually had to make things out of diamonds. Adjust the VCR tracking for the clearest picture. You see, kids, in the old days you didn't just have to plug your little wires into the computer or wires into the TV. You actually had to work to get things to work. Oh no, lens flares.
Get set.
I feel like these guys managed to get Windows Movie Maker and just went absolutely crazy with it.
Interactive appetite, searching for a website, a window to the world, got to get online.
Oh, you don't want to go to any of those websites nowadays. Okay, let's have a look at the Kids Guide to the Internet. So, we're joining the Jameson family. Oh,
Hey
oh
there,
wow,
it's us
she
again.
needs
This is
dental.
my brother Peter, mom and dad, and I'm Dasha. Today
Who
we're
names
gonna
their
be
kid
showing our
Dasher?
friends Andrew and Lisa the basics
It's
of the
like
internet,
Dasher,
and we thought you might
Prancer,
wanna come
stuff
along.
like that. Maybe I just misheard it.
Now here's a little background.
Oh yeah,
We
the
installed
internet's
internet
totally gonna
access
be
on our
cool.
computer. I got the whole family
Get the
involved.
whole
It's
family
true,
involved with
everybody
this
had their
cool
own tasks
internet.
to do.
It was a lot of work, but it was really
Oh,
worth it.
look at his
Now that I've
eyes.
gotten on
He
the
knows it
internet,
was worth
I'd
going on
rather
the
be my
internet.
computer than doing just about anything.
This kid,
It's
this
really
kid is the
cool.
future of
The
mankind.
internet gave us a whole world of exciting new possibilities. So I guess this is a story of how it changed our lives.
How did
Maybe
it change
will
your
yours, too,
lives?
with the Kids
Because
Guide
I
to
know
the
how it
Internet.
changed my life. It ruined it.
Now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
As Rich told you, we installed the internet on our computer just a short time ago.
I
And
love this
haven't been able
housewife.
to
She's
get the
like,
kids off it ever
I'm the
since.
greatest person on earth because I have the internet, unlike everyone else.
Their curiosity for learning has skyrocketed.
Yes, I
Peter
wonder.
is constantly quoting sports
I wonder what
statistics
their
and he can
curiosity
tell you
in
the
has
best surfing spots
skyrocketed.
around the globe.
Not to mention the improvement in Peter's grades, and Dasha's too.
Yes, because the
Having
internet also
in our
improves
home
your
has had a
grades
great
apparently in the
impact on our
90s.
lives. Rich keeps up with the stock market and our investments, and I'm able to pay the bills in half the time
Oh,
it
paying
used
the
to take me.
bills.
And the kids are
And you didn't have to
improving in
worry
their
about
grades
being
and communication
hacked.
skills.
Which makes me happy, as I would sure like them to go to college someday.
Look, this guy
worry,
like
though,
gripping
it's still
onto
cool.
his
The
son's
program
shoulder.
is by
You'll
kids
go to
for
college
kids,
whether you
and
like
it's
it or
not
not.
just for boys either.
The internet is not for just for boys.
Entertain you
You heard it here,
and
guys.
take
The internet is not just for
locations
boys. Turns out everyone
And at
who
the end
talks
of the
about
tape,
it just
I'll
being
be
for
back to
boys
tell
are
you how to
lying.
safeguard your computer so that you can reduce your concerns
Look at this
about
woman.
the kinds of websites your
Their
children
kids know how to
visit.
get around that
Never can be
parent
too
lock.
careful.
And to help out, if requested.
Every kid knows how to
Oh,
get
yeah,
around the
should be
parent
asked.
lock. We've all had
So
that
let's
moment.
get underway.
Yeah.
Take a spin now.
Oh,
you're in
they're going
with the
crazy with
techno
Windows
set.
Movie Maker
You're going
again.
surfing on the internet.
Oh, Yahoo! Oh, Yahoo! I remember Yahoo.
What's everyone up to
I
today?
think sometimes I
Episode
still
of
use
Bombshells
Yahoo
thought that Peter could
sometimes.
help Andrew and Lisa
Like,
learn about
probably
the
more
internet.
ironically
He's
than I
trying to
do
get blood
actually
with the internet.
anything else.
Okay, now don't forget to keep it simple for your pals, you two. You guys have learned an awful lot, even
I
though you've only
remember
been online a couple
when
of
I
weeks.
went
That's the great part,
back in,
Dad.
it must have
It's
been
so
back when the
easy to
internet first
learn
came
and
out.
so much fun to play on.
When
Yeah,
Google
Dad,
first
Peter
became
doesn't
popular,
even have to
actually,
help me anymore. I
the
did
school
my
I was
report on
in
the Mississippi
banned
River all by
Google and
myself.
forced
You know
us
how
to
spell
use
city
the
with
other
one
search
I?
engines.
MISSISSISSIPPI.
Look at everyone just stare at that woman. You can tell that was just improvised, and they're just like, shut up, just get on with the
No
script.
wonder you guys are always so busy on the computer.
You're going surfing
No
on
wonder
the
they're all
internet.
busy on the computer.
Come on in. Hi guys.
Oh, look at these
Dad's
people.
Just leaving, and Mom said we can have the computer all
Look
to
at these
ourselves.
peasants who don't have the internet
Andrew,
yet.
what's up?
Oh, look at that cool
Hi,
clap.
Mr.
Those
and Mrs.
guys,
Jameson.
those guys at
My
the
mom
top of
wanted
their
to ask
class
you
in
guys to
school.
call her. She wants you to tell
They're
her
the
more about
jocks.
the internet and why you like it.
Yeah, and you've got to tell her that we really need it for our homework. But don't tell her about the games and stuff.
Even though we know that's what you really
Oh.
want.
I'll tell
That's
you
just-
what, I'll call her.
that's
Now,
just
you make
all
sure
we can do
Dasha
on the
and
internet
Peter
is
show
play
you how
games
they've done
now.
Some of their school reports and not all that cybernet stuff, okay?
See you later, kids.
Cybernet stuff.
Bye.
What the hell is cybernet stuff?
Take a spin
Oh,
now
oh no,
you're
my
in with
eyes.
the
Oh well,
techno
this is
set.
just
You're
getting
going
confusing.
surfing on the internet.
Okay, guys,
Okay.
the first thing that you need to know is that the internet is amazing and it's changing every day.
The internet
Once
is
you've learned
amazing,
how to
and
get
it does
online
change
yourselves, you'll start
every
seeing
day.
web pages everywhere. TV shows have them, schools, Disney World, even the White House.
What's a web page? Something ducks walk on?
Haha, very funny.
Sack
no,
that
it's the name
kid
of the
now.
different sites you can
Get
look
him
up
out
on
of
the
this.
Hold on, sis. Let's start at the beginning like Dad did with us. So Andrew and Lisa will be able to persuade their parents about the internet with some important facts.
Really?
Good idea, Peter, but where
The
do we
internet is
start?
full of facts
Let's
that you
start
should
with the
totally
basics
100%
first.
always
There are
believe.
3 important services you can access on the internet.
Only
Surfing
3?
the World Wide Web.
Surfing? That sounds pretty
Oh,
cool
the
already.
90s. So
Andrew,
simple
don't
it was.
interrupt. Go on, Peter.
Then there are news groups to share information with people, and then there's email.
Email. I heard that's really neat. My cousin has a pen pal in Sweden, and they write back and forth, and it transmits right away and doesn't cost anything.
And he asks for
Yeah,
pictures
you
of
can even
her
talk
in
with people
revealing
all over the
positions,
world on
and he's
chat
also
lines.
in his
Don't they have
40s.
chess games and stuff like that too?
Yup, they got more stuff than you can imagine.
So, where should we start?
Well, I think we should start on the simplest of all things.
Let's start with web pages.
On the search
so
engine.
First you need to know that everything on the internet has an address.
No.
And all web addresses start with http://. Then to access the World Wide Web, you type in www.
Look at this. Look at that resolution. What is that? 2020p or
And the
something?
next thing you'll type
2020p? That's like through the roof.
directing you to a particular
Is that
website, like MTV.
I forget the. Is it
Or you
420p
can
that we
just
used to
surf
watch
the
on
net using
YouTube?
a search engine to help
Oh
you
yeah,
locate
MTV
information
Online.
on any topic you
Because
can
they get
think
many
of.
visitors
For
nowadays.
instance, I used the World Wide Web to search the archives of the Smithsonian Museum a few weeks
I
ago.
bet you did.
I also had to do a homework assignment about the Wright brothers for a history assignment.
Can you show us what you found?
Well,
Sure.
I went to Wikipedia and they said the Wright brothers were actually not brothers and they were twin sisters. Look at that Windows logo. It's loading up when you just want to click on a web page. I tell you, the internet was not this fast when I was a kid. I remember I tried to download a game once and it was only, I think it was about a gigabyte. And this must have been in the early 2000s as well, so it was quite, you know, when the internet was
was that
about.
the first plane the Wright brothers
It
flew?
would have taken
Yup,
like
they
about
called
4
her
or
the
5
Key
hours to
Hawk.
download.
So that means we could visit most
That
any
was when it
museum
was
in the world
advanced.
without even leaving home. Not just museums. You can go anywhere
Yes,
on
guys,
the net and access
you can go
resources
anywhere.
from around the
You shouldn't
corner
have
or
to
the
walk
most
out your
remote
door and
regions
actually
of the
experience the
world.
museum for
Now
what it
that's
is.
amazing.
So where else can we go?
Want to write a letter to President Clinton?
Would he answer us?
Oh,
I
I
bet he would.
for you.
Let's tell him how much we love the internet and that he should try to get more computers for our schools.
But how do we
I
even
don't think
look
that
up the
is the
White
president in
You
charge of
type
getting computers for your specific school?
www.whitehouse.gov.
Can you still email the president? Oh, look at them all there, so happy. So happy and
It looks just
smiling,
like it
you
does
know,
in
the
our
good old
history
days when
books,
politicians
only it
used to
seems more real,
smile
like we're there.
and look young.
Is this like sending?
Because
email?
nowadays they are not
It is
smiling.
sending email.
Oh, look at that
Dear
back chat. It
Mr.
is sending email, you
President.
idiot.
My name is Peter, and my sister is Dasha.
I wonder if he's ever got
Our
through,
friend
because in the old days there
Lisa
must have
and
been,
Andrew
when I say old days,
came
like back in the
over
90s,
today.
there mustn't have been that many people emailing the
Sincerely,
president.
Andrew, Lisa,
So I can probably predict
Peter,
maybe some of these actually got
and
through to him.
Dasha.
Although I don't know
that's
why he
really
would
neat,
read
but
them.
How can we get the internet on our computer at home?
You're going surfing on the
So
internet.
what you do, you call the elves.
Remember how Dad said we should start with the basics first?
That's true. Well, to get started, you'll need to get connected to the internet. You do that through an internet service provider.
An internet service provider? What's that?
It's someone who
It's a
steals all
service
your
that
money.
connects you to the internet through special super high-speed lines. Your parents or teachers can help you figure this out for you.
The easiest way is to use an online service provider. They give you free disc to install, and it only takes a few
Oh,
minutes
they give you a
until you're
full
online.
free
And
disc,
we can do
guys.
it ourselves.
You only have to pay
Yeah,
them
so
several
we
$100s
led
a
through series
month.
of screens for the installation of the software. They make it simple, and they even have a helpline if you get stuck.
Imagine ringing AOL helpline nowadays. Hey, my internet's out. And when you saw this guy comes on the phone, it's like, help me, I'm trapped
Type in
here.
your name,
And you just
address,
you
and
just
credit
want your
card
internet
information.
fixed.
Be sure to ask your folks for permission to use
Oh
it.
yep, guys, remember, if you want to use your mummy's credit card, ask permission first. Oh, did it just show us their entire bank
But
account
the one
stuff?
thing we learned is that if your computer is having other problems, make sure you get them fixed first. Otherwise, if you're having problems when you're installing your internet disk, you won't know where they're coming from.
So we install the disk and we could go online immediately.
Does your computer have a modem?
I never remember my computers having
I think
problems
so. My
back in the
grandpa
day.
got it for us. It has all the latest high-tech stuff.
It sounds like it should be pretty easy for you then. but you might get your folks to help just to make sure everything's working okay.
Yeah, because I remember when Dad installed ours, he backed up all of our computer data so that if there was a problem, it wouldn't get lost. And then there was something about fragments or something.
Oh,
That's right.
fragmentation of
Dad had to defragment
computers.
the disk too. I'm not really
Defragging.
sure what that
Does
is.
anyone
so you
defrag?
better
I
get
know
an
there's
adult to help you with
softwares out there that do defragging for you, but I don't think I've ever defragged my computer. It's probably why it runs so slow.
You're going surfing on the internet.
It was really difficult
Well,
from the sounds
now
of
it's
this to
time
actually get the internet to
online our
work.
internet service provider.
I don't ever
Here we
remember it
go.
being that difficult. I
To
just
get
remember
online,
plugging it
you
into the
need to
phone
type in
line.
our password. Since your internet
I'm being
service
told it costs
provider
like
is your own
£1 a
post
minute or
office box,
something.
you need to access it with your own private code.
Oh, are you ready? Here's how we learn how to hack into all the internets.
Now we need to open our browser.
What's a browser?
It's an application that allows you to access all of the different information on
Yeah,
the
you
internet.
idiot. You don't know what a
Microsoft
browser
Internet
is.
Explorer
Oh,
came with our computer.
Internet
but
Explorer.
You can download it by typing www.microsoft.com.
How do you download it if you don't have a browser in the first place?
Or you can download the other popular browser, Netscape Navigator.
Oh, Netscape Navigator. Is that even still running?
Okay,
It must be
so
still
tell
running
us,
somewhere.
What does download mean?
That's simple. It means to
That's
transfer a
simple.
file
It
of
means we get
information
this
from a
video
main
online
computer
with
or
some
server
women inside
to
of
your
it, and we
computer.
download it.
So
And we
once
put
you
it
have
into
loaded
files
your
that nobody
browser
else can
or
see.
already have it on your computer, you'll open it and it'll give you a selection of search engines.
So what search engines? They had a few there, like AOL and stuff.
What do search engines do?
They search the net looking for the information you requested.
Cool.
Cool.
So that's how you get connected to the
No,
internet.
that's not how you
And
get
the
connected
search
to the
engines
internet.
will
That's
show
just
us
how
all
you
the
download
millions
some
of pages
stuff.
Of websites and chat lines and games and everything.
It's all right here at your fingertips.
How do we decide which search engine to use?
Well, to be honest,
They all have
it doesn't
similar
really matter
information,
until
but
Google
they
comes
organize
about.
it differently. Everyone has their favorite, right, Peter?
Yup, the search engines identify different categories and topics. When you decide what you're interested in, you click on the topic.
Why
from
was
the menu,
everything so
or
convoluted
type
back in
in a
the
specific
90s?
web address or word to identify
Unless it's just
a
these
particular
guys,
topic.
because
And the
seriously,
search engine links you to
I
your
would have thought if you were
selection.
designing a product, you'd just
Yahoo,
make it
I've
super
heard of
easy
that.
first thing.
So it's a search engine, right? Can we look at it?
Sure, we just click on it, and the next thing you know, we'll be surfing the net.
Yeah, surf that net.
Wow, look at all the choices.
I feel like people need to use
Let's
surf
look
the
at
net more.
Yahooligans for kids.
Or they're looking at kids stuff on yahoo.com.
Okay,
the
okay.
Yahooglings.
So where would you like to go now?
Surfing the net.
Okay, first we need to select a topic from the menu.
Are they using surf me? Okay, that's just it's getting
Where
too
would you
far.
like to go?
Let's check out astronomy.
What kid sits on the internet and goes, do you know what? I'm going to strike out astronomy today. First thing they do is go on that. www.minecraft.com. Problem solved. Kids happy forever. Okay, so they're the sites they visited. Some of them are probably exactly the same as they are in this video. If you go to that site, and I want you to go to that site, they will be exactly the same. They will not have changed them at all.
Let's
It's like the
see.
Space
First
Jam
we
website.
check
That
around the
website's still
world.
exactly the same as it
Next,
always been.
countries, and there it is, Egypt.
Or we can look at a whole 10 pictures of Egypt, guys.
They have everything I need.
A whole 10
Look,
pictures,
you can
everything
even
I'd
write
ever
your name in
need.
hieroglyphics. Can we try it?
Lisa, right?
Right.
Okay.
What's this? You're looking at your own heritage or something? Oh, turn your name into hieroglyphics.
Can we do something fun? Maybe play a game?
Well, let's bookmark the page so we can find it real easily.
Who goes about bookmarking search engines
Let's go
and
back
stuff?
to the Yahooligans homepage and find a game.
Everyone knows you Google. Look at art shop. Is that museums and stuff? How many games? I want to see how many games they have here. They have tic-tac-toe,
They
Minesweepers.
sure have a lot of them.
Too bad we don't have time to play them.
Oh,
You're right,
A
Dasha,
lot
but
of
the
them.
tour was awesome. I can't believe how easy it is to surf the net. So let's review a few of the concepts we've been working on, just to make sure I understand them. First, we need to get an ISP, or Internet Service Provider.
yes.
It connects you to the net through high-speed lines.
No, not high
Then
speed.
I download or install a browser
Okay,
that
let's
allows
hope it's
me
not
to
Internet
view all
Explorer.
information on the net in my computer.
Not all the information, I tell you
Right so
that.
far? Then I open my browser to a choice of search engines that look up menus of almost
So you
anything
definitely
I
want to go
can
for
think
Google,
of,
not Yahoo.
whether it's my project on Egypt or Andrew playing games.
It sounds complicated, but really it all happens behind the scenes, so it's easy for you.
Who sits there and
you're
goes,
right. You can
sounds
find
really
anything
complicated
from
to
planning a
type and press
vacation to
buttons.
MTV
I suppose
or
it is,
real-time
but
live audio.
then again, I've
And
grown
that
up
is
with technology. I'm
fabulous.
sure a lot of people back then were like, so I click this mouse?
What are web
How do I click the
addresses?
mouse?
All websites have addresses, even the ones we just looked at. So if you know the address of the site and you want to go directly to it,
When was the last
just
time you
type in
actually
the
typed in an
address.
The
address?
web addresses follow a simple
I
format.
think it
As
must
I
be a
mentioned
couple of years before I've
they
typed
all
in an
start
address.
with
Sometimes I'll copy and paste
HTTP
them, but mainly it's just
as the
hyperlinks
beginning
I
of their
click on.
address. Then additional information helps the browser locate the address you've selected.
For instance, the other day we typed in the address for Cape Canaveral.
But where did you get that?
These
We
guys,
just figured it out.
okay, these
Look,
guys are
I'll show
lame.
you.
Seriously, you have all the information in the world and you actually use it for the good? You don't use that for good, you use it to find cat
A
videos
lot
like
of
everyone
addresses
else.
are easy to guess. If they're very well
Easy to
places,
guess.
they probably just use
Are
the
they
name.
just telling
And then
kids
you only
to
need
like
the last
guess the
identifier.
address?
The typical
Because that can
abbreviations
turn
go
out
like
really
this.
bad.
.com for commercial, .gov for government, and .org for organization.
I can't believe how easy it is to get onto the internet. When you hear my parents talking about it, it sounds like it'd be so hard.
I told
Parents
you.
is like, you don't want the internet, that's hard, just read a book. I want to spend $15 a month.
I saw something about news and current events online.
Oh,
Can you look up news
kid, you don't want to watch
too?
that, you don't want to
They
go on
always
that.
have a social
That's what
studies
ruined the
test on
internet.
current events.
Yep. The internet has news lines that give you up-to-the-minute information from the Los Angeles Times, CNN, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal.
Oh, I'm not even gonna use that joke. That joke, I'm not gonna say it. You all know what I'm thinking of. Oh, look, Carrie Fisher in Star Wars. Star Wars: The Return. So what was this? This wasn't when Star Trek was Star Wars was released, because that was back in 1970s. Is that someone getting murdered? What's going on there?
And again, you should bookmark these locations in your browser so that you can go to them really quickly, like we did before.
Hey, Andrew, what about that report you have to do in science class about light and what makes colors?
Oh, I was trying to forget about that.
Oh, that
But
kid's
I think
going
it'll be fun
places.
to look it up on the net.
I just type in light and color and see what we get.
I really dare you at home to type in light and color and see what you
At
get.
least you don't have
'Cause
to
I doubt
study
you
the
get what he
anatomy of a
does.
frog like we do.
The anatomy of I wonder if there's YouTube videos on the anatomy of frogs. What does that have to do with light and colors? I suppose there's coloring in dinosaurs or something. What is a rainbow? Oh, the websites before Wikipedia. Sometimes you still find these. When you're searching something and you don't want to use Wikipedia, you will
Can
go
we
onto
look
a
at my
site that
frog too?
obviously was
I can get a
created
head
in the
start on my
90s.
homework.
I'm so glad we don't have to dissect them like they did in the old days.
Oh, the old days where you had to actually get an animal and kill it. Now we live in the digital age where we just watch other people kill the animal. Ugh. Ugh. So I see the internet hasn't changed on that end. Wonder what the earliest memes were.
Whoa, how'd you do that? Show me so I can come back to it later.
Oh, she really wants to go back to that frog
We're gonna
later.
have to get Dad to install the internet right away, or have Mom take us to the library to use it.
And I'm sure Mom will talk Dad into it, since she hates chauffeuring us everywhere.
And
Oh,
there's
that
so much more
mum
you
talking
can do.
dad into doing things
Hey,
since the
gang, here's a cool site
1970s.
you want to check next time you go into the movies. They have hundreds of movie reviews and it's free too.
I wonder if the movie reviews used to be honest. Like, did they just sit down and go, do you know what, this movie's not half bad. It's not great, but it's okay. Instead of just nowadays where it's like, this is amazing, or this is the worst thing since rubbish. What movie? Wow, there were some dated movies. I mean, I don't think that any of them actually came out in the 90s, so, you know. Oh, the store for movies. Movies could we buy? What else? Faces. Was that from a film or was that like actual pictures of the editors? 101 Dalmatians is a film about 101 Dalmatians.
And you can also check out the latest on TV.
Nick at Night. Cool.
Oh, is that Nickelodeon.tv or something? Nick at Night TV Land. What the hell is that? I don't even remember that. That looks like a crazy show. We should bring that back. You got horses and TV boxes. I mean, come on. You're gonna blend it or something? Your place to download TV sounds, TV images, TV loops, TV commercials. You could download TV commercials? Why would you want to do that? Look at him playing chess with a horse. Oh, the internet never change.
I'm going to a warrior if I gotta swim all the way.
Oh, the average programs back in the 90s. This is what everyone used to watch.
Look, no hand.
Oh look, he's surfing the internet.
This is a lie.
It's all starting to make sense. You just typed nickatnight.com.
Hey, you said you'd show me the MTV website. Would that just be mtv.com?
Yep.
MTV.com. The website full of music. Not anymore. Oh look, they actually have a full-on section for music back then.
Someone said you could order concert tickets over the web. Is that true?
Sure. My mom ordered tickets from the net to take me to the Russian ballet for my birthday.
She's like, I want to go to an MTV TV Awards tickets. Can you buy me them? She's like, maybe, but you know, there's also these Russian ballerinas you can go to because we're upper class. I like this music though. It's full on calm, chill. Let's do the internet.
And here's another neat thing you can download off the net. Free screensavers.
Free screensavers.
Really? Show me how to do that. I hate the ones we have at school.
She's gonna change all the screensavers at school. She's gonna be that kid. I remember I used to go into, I think it was high school or college, and people would always change the screensaver to a dog licking the screen. And I remember the librarians used to get absolutely like insane with anger whenever someone did that. And they would spend all day trying to hunt down the person who did it. Is he downloading HTML files? Shouldn't he be downloading a JPEG or something? Look at that. 883 K isn't even kilobytes, I don't think. And it was downloading so slowly. That's how bad it used to be.
A few minutes to pick us up.
Well, quick,
because I remember trying to play games, it must have been in the late 90s or early 2000s, and it would just be so slow. And I remember I would turn it on, log in, walk away from the computer, have my dinner, then come back and wait for it to log in. You can learn all about sports and other stuff nobody cares about.
Then maybe he'll get us the internet at home.
And that's not the only site with sports information. There are tons of them.
Fox Sports. Are they still about? There must be. All this stuff I don't know. The internet was a crazy place back then, full of crazy websites. I wonder if they'll talk about porn. Because I'm going to keep making porn jokes until they do. Email. Thought we had to learn about email because we messaged the president or something.
I want to use email.
You know, email is still the #1 use of the internet. It's easy to set up the email program provided with your online software.
And it's really easy to use too. You just type in the name of the person you're sending it to and your message. What could be simpler?
I'm just going to type in the name Josh, see what happens. See if it sends it to the person who's named Josh. She has an email? Why does she have an email? She doesn't even have the internet.
Here are some places you can get free email. www.juno.com and www.mailzone.com.
Okay, that's your other homework. See if those websites exist.
What about if I want to do my own homepage?
Now that's a big project.
Oh.
You'd better get someone to help you.
Oh,
But
you
you
really
can
want to
get a
make your own
head start
website?
at
Don't do it.
www.cnet.com.
Don't do it, guys.
centralhandspagemail.html.
I don't even know what that is. Is CNET? No, I've heard of CNET. CNET must be still about. Wait a minute, is this trying to make your own website or trying to like just like have something as your homepage? Because if that's the case, you just click on the. Even back then, there used to be just this is the homepage button.
Hey guys,
Oh, Mom's back. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Better pack up your stuff.
Thanks, Mrs. Jameson.
Oh, you're welcome, Andrew.
You're welcome. So
ready?
get out my house,
Are
you
kidding?
scum.
I can't go another day without the internet. Peter showed me how to look up all the information I need on
Good.
this
Now
project.
tell your mum about how rich we are and how amazing we are because we have the internet.
And MTV. It was really cool.
MTV?
Well, good. I'm glad
You guys are
got
too
some
young
of
for
the
that. Now
things
get out of
before
here.
you went to the games on MTV, Dasha.
We did, Mom. We looked all over Egypt, Cape Canaveral.
Oh,
the
is she the
Central
telltale?
Valley
She gonna
Lost,
tell him,
and very
no, Mum, they were just
Well,
playing
I'm sure
games
your
all
folks will get it
day.
for you soon enough. I know we just love it. The kids are on it all the time between their homework and games, and I use it for new recipes and gardening tips. And Mr. Jameson gets up-to-the-minute stock reports, and I
Yeah,
could go
you've already said
on
about
and
this.
on.
You don't want to talk
But
about
you
what
better
Mr.
get
Jameson
going
does,
before your
though.
Mom wonders what
But-
you're doing.
That was definitely cool.
Oh, they're gonna do it.
Thanks,
Oh, they did it. They did a cool
Absolutely.
handshake,
See
and
on
he
the
didn't let
net.
go.
Call me the minute
Awkward.
email address.
Okay. And Andrew, we can play interactive games on the net together.
Oh, nerds.
Bye.
They're our future generation of nerds, guys. These are the guys we should look up to and remember.
As a parent, I've never been happier than when my children ask their friends over for an internet computer party.
Internet
I'd like to add
computer
a word about
parties.
safety, though. You have to remember the internet is not a regulated
Oh,
environment.
no.
So
It
the
is now,
quality and
but back then,
accuracy
no.
of various informational offerings can differ quite a bit. There may even be a concern if your children should access some of them.
Yes, you
So,
don't want to
go
actually learn
online
real
with them
history
on
while
the
telling
net.
the fake
Or
history.
set your Microsoft Internet Explorer browser to only accept G-rated sites.
Well, how did our kids do
That
as
kid
cyber
hates that
teachers?
mom.
Oh, they were big stars, of course. Oh, but honey, did you know you could dissect a virtual frog on the internet?
Really? That's horrible. We should get rid of the internet now. We should not condone this violence.
And the whole family can go, right? I mean, you can buy tickets online.
I don't know. What do you think, kids?
Yeah.
What do you think,
Surf's up.
kids?
See you on the
Nah,
net.
oh, they did it. They made a surf joke. Screw this. Well, that was a little bit look into the 90s, guys. Back when it used to be a weird place.
Interactive appetite, searching for a website.
Now that I think about it, a lot of the 90s is more of a fuzz for me. I remember Pokemon on the TV. I think that's like my only memory of the 90s. And I wasn't even like a young like 10-year-old child or something. I was old and like old enough to remember the 90s. And it was just a blur. Maybe the 90s doesn't exist. Maybe they just tell us it exists. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.